welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the U-bass, ukulele bass or a short scale bass guitar. We are tuned E, the string nearest your chin, A, D, G. That is E, A, D, G. So, let's get started. In this video we will be covering what I would call the 1950s and 60s ballad progression. When you hear the background melody, I'm sure you'll recognise it from various songs. For this we'll be learning one new chord shape, but using chord shapes we've previously used in the other video. So let's get the ones you know out of the way first. We'll be using a G, so we start at the 3rd fret of the thick E string. And we'll be using this pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, this one, this one, and back to that one. To 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your G chord. For your C, you start at the 3rd fret of the A string, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your C, starting at the 3rd fret of the A string, and for our D, we start at the 5th fret of the A string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, G starts at the 3rd fret of the E string. We drop one down, one string down to the 3rd fret of the A string for your C chord. The 5th fret of the A string for your D chord. So that is G, C, D. For this chord sequence to work, we will need to learn a minor chord. And in this case, the chord is E minor. Now, if you play the chord shape we've just played, starting at the 7th fret of the A string, using the same chord shape, that is E major. To make it a minor, we just move this finger here back 1 fret. So from the 6th back to the 5th. And that's now your minor chord. So it's the same chord pattern as before for these two, but this one you move back 1 fret to the 5th fret. So E major, the normal position, we're going to move this one back now. E minor, E major, E minor. And that applies to all the chord shapes we've just done. If you move this finger back 1 fret towards the tuning pegs, you will make that chord a minor. So now we've learnt the chords, let's learn the chord progression. Now, of course, write it in the link down below, and it's 4 plucks per letter, okay? So let's get started. On a G, 1 bar. Then to the E minor, remembering to move this finger back 1 fret. Then C. Then D. Again, G. E minor, remembering to move this finger 1 fret back. C. D. G again. E minor. C. D. And again, G is at the 3rd fret of the E string. E minor is at the 7th fret of the A string. C is at the 3rd fret of the A string. And D is at the 5th fret of the A string. So now I'll play that chord progression for you without pausing in between. So it's 1 bar of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a demonstration of that chord progression using one bar of each letter. You can of course play it with two, like this. That was the 1950s, 1960s chord progression. You'll have heard that in various songs, and it even continues up to this day. And that was in the key of G, and they nearly always follow that formula. Sometimes you'll play one chord more than the other, but nearly always it follows that formula. So, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School for more videos. In the description down below there are links to our Twitter page, Facebook page and of course our web page. Until next time, keep playing, keep practicing, take care and goodbye.